It's Week 13 of the NFL.
And we'll be watching the Patriots' creative quarterback.
He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Pats and the Bills.
And it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen. Or should I say Dean Olsen, because tight end U doesn't happen without you. And we've got a great matchup here. We've got two of the best at your position in the current game right now.
And Mike, when I came into the league, almost 20 years ago, there was a handful of really elite tight ends. But doesn't it just seem, especially...
The kicker, Tyler Bass, has us ready to start. And off we go from Buffalo. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The New England offense getting ready to go to work here. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now they'll set up to throw. Open man downfield. That's Godwin. He's going to be taken down, but there's a late flag in the backfield that might give him 15 more yards. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That is caught at the 3. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. And they get the first points of the game. What a way to start it, Greg. You get the ball. It's what you want to do. Settle into this game on top 6-0.
Mike, how often do we have coaches tell us the importance of playing with the lead? Well, they come take the ball right away on the first drive, all the way down there and strike first. And now the rest of the way, let's see how it plays out.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now return coming from the 7. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Buffalo offense set to go to work for the first time. They'll be led by the big fella, 6'5" quarterback Josh Allen.
Some games, the quarterback can just go out there and just take what the defense gives them. They don't have to necessarily create a lot of opportunities for their teammates to go out and perform, and they can still come away with the win. I think today, though, he's going to be asked to carry a little bit more of a load, make some more plays happen, be a little bit more assertive. If he does that, his team's just going to continue to get better and better, and it's going to be a tough matchup.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
From the gun, Josh Allen. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. He's going to have the 1st down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
And he'll be near the 1st down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
They put a receiver in motion to the left. He'll try and run here with Cook. And it looks like he's got enough for the 1st down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Allen. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Allen going to give it to Cook. He'll take this down to the 47. Jabril Peppers up from his safety spot to bring him down. Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? Pass complete, right side to Kincaid. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. The Bills bringing on the punt team. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. He's got his big tight end, Henry. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
Mike, I can't tell you how many corner routes I caught throughout my career, and there's really an art to it. At the top of the break, you have to give the quarterback what they call an indicator step. That's your cut, where you set your angle, and then once that ball's out, go chase it down, and in this case, he's able to pick up the 1st down.
He'll work forward for a couple. Terrell Bernard, they're on the tackle. 2nd down and 8. It's another run here for Williams. Williams, 1st down, and he's not done. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. He'll look to throw. Hauled in by the tight end, Henry. And he'll be taken down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Another shot at it from the 9. Second down and goal. Back to the air one more time. He pulls it in around the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, New England. That's a 2-touchdown game for him. Numbers 7 and 8 for the season. What an opening quarter he is having. Greg, that is 2 touchdown receptions here in the first quarter.
Mike, all this guy has to do is keep this pace up, and he's going to have himself 8 touchdowns. But in all seriousness, if I'm this quarterback, I'm not looking anywhere else until this defense proves they have an answer. Because right now, they don't have one.
14, Bills nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. Take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. They'll start on the ground with Cook. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
That's taken in. Keon Coleman. So they'll talk over what to do on this third down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. The Patriots out on top. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, they go with Cook. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Bills first down.
We've seen 3rd down really turn into a pass-happy down throughout the league, and I think this is an example of the play caller kind of using that to his advantage. Keep the defense off guard, keeps the ball on the ground, extend this possession.
And he is out of bounds all the way down at the 35-yard line. His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a first down to go with it.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it, but he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. They'll pick up 23 on that one. Good for a Bills first down. They'll run the draw with Cook. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. He's going to lose a yard.
Great job by the defense here, quickly realizing that this was going to be a draw. They're not caught off guard thinking that they're defending the pass. They're able to not only get in there for a stop, but they're able to take them down in the backfield for a loss.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 7.
From the gun, it's Allen. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete. Keon Coleman, the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down. Tyler Bass on to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Bass's kick is good. And the Bills get their first points of the game. They trail 14-3.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Patriots offense getting set to get back to work. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. Pass is caught. That's DJ Moore. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
Concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and that's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
2nd and 7. Back to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Here's 1st and 10. It's the tight end Henry in motion. That's thrown quickly, taken in by Godwin. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And this throw batted away and incomplete. Chris Godwin, the receiver he was looking for. And it's going to be 3rd down. They'll throw out of the gun. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. Now, faking the give. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. And the Bills will take over here just past the 30.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, that ball was thrown. Me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Allen to throw. That's to the right side and incomplete.
So after their defense gives them a gift on their last drive and gets them the ball back and on the field, they nearly return the favor following that dangerous throw of their own. And at this point, they're lucky to walk away with just an incompletion.
Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up. Here's Jake Camarda now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll start out first down and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face second down and 7. They'll go again with Williams. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Matt Milano there to stop him. 3rd and 6. Now they'll set up to throw. Here's a screen set up to Williams. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. On second down, a run with Williams. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back in Buffalo after this. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Patriots ready for the punt. Oh, staff, those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. Throwing now. Allen here on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Here's Allen. And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. So first the decision to throw down here backed up near your own goal line. And the defense gets to the quarterback, sacking him, Greg, in the end zone for a safety.
Mike, anytime you're willing to call a pass backed up this deep in your side of the field, you have to trust that your quarterback is going to have the clock in his head to get the ball out of his hand. In this case, he holds on to it too long. The defense is able to get to him in the end zone, and it results in the safety. Let's add that to the list of great throws we've seen out of this quarterback here in the first half. We thought he might be in line to have a good game, especially against this style of defense. But let's be honest, Mike, he's been more than just good. He's been sensational.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. To the outside, a catch made by Moore. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down. He'll drop to throw. To the left side, to Godwin. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
They get 14 on that hookup. Good for a Patriots first down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is, Continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
Back to the air once more on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it toward the middle. That's caught by Moore. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision. Gerard Mayo's made the decision, and he'll send out the field goal team. This one from 41 yards out. That one is good. And the Pats will tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin out in the Windy City of Chicago. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Justin Herbert, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting 49ers. Jalen Hurts has thrown a touchdown pass.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Bills' offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
A carry for Cook. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit,
and they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's first and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. That one take it in. Middle of the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
The Bills are lining up for a two-point conversion.
Now it's Allen. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this two-point try, but their execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Patriots offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. Eddie has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Back to the air again on second and 10. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
Throwing with anticipation, it not only requires the confidence in both your accuracy and the timing, but it also forces the receiver to be on time and where the quarterback expects you to be. And this is one of those examples, man. When those two things are on point, it results in a first down.
Off he goes.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
They'll look to throw. Gets this one into the hands of his receiver, Godwin. Well, that looked like a pretty clear hold. The gain was 5, but let's check the call. That's on Paris Johnson, the tackle. Out of the gun, he'll throw. The second down throw is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
That catch number 40 on the season for him.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
To the air now on first and 10. Over the middle, that's Godwin. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Second and a yard. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Terrell Bernard. And the Bills are going to have it. They'll take over at their own 24-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The Bills offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with first and 10. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, The ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
The tight end Kincaid in motion. From the gun, it's Allen. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Now a 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
From the gun, Josh Allen. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense is really The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. He'll look to throw. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
They'll look to set up the screen here. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up 4th down. And the Patriots ready to kick it away as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Bills offense headed back to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. The tight end Kincaid in motion. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
A gain of 11 on that one. 1st down, Buffalo.
Typically in a 3rd down situation like this, Mike, you're thinking pass, but give credit to this offensive play caller. He flips his tendencies upside down, keeps the ball on the ground. Not only does he get a fresh set of downs, they pick up good yardage.
1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Allen. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll run straight ahead with Cook. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Out of the gun, here's Allen. He gets this complete to Shakir. And he's in. Khalil Shakir. Touchdown, Bills. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
The extra point by Bass is good. And the Bills are back with an following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Now they'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
And he'll get a few yards on this return, up past the 15-yard line. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
This is intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the goal line. Nearly a pick 6, but he does set up the offense with 1st and goal.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. 1st down and goal. Back to throw. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Here now, 2nd down and goal. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And he'll get about halfway there. That's a gain of 2, down to the 2. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Kyren Williams. Touchdown, Patriots. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
The extra point is up and through. And the Pats will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. That's taken in by Shakir. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now Allen. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down. Here's a handoff to Cook. And not a whole lot going to come from that one. We're to about the 39. Here's a 2nd and 9. Play action. It's Allen. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
On the handoff, this is Cook. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. The tight end Kincaid in motion. Allen. In middle, he's got to complete to Coleman. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. Here's Allen. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the 23-yard line.
They run out of the gun. It's Cook. And he's close to the first down. Gets 4 yards on the gain, but it will bring up 3rd down. 3rd and a yard. Here's Allen to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
On 1st and 10, it's Allen. That's into the hands of Coleman. Allen will throw. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Allen on 3rd down to the end zone. It's intercepted. It is picked off by the rookie safety.
Oh, and in that spot, Mike, that's just painful to see. If the throw's not there, you want him to just get rid of it. Throw it 50 rows into the stands. Give somebody a souvenir. But worst case scenario, you've got to get to 4th down and have a shot at 3 points. But instead, after that pick, you come away with 0.
So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time. They've dominated the proceedings. here in the fourth quarter. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And he'll get this past the 25, out to the 27. A pickup of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They run over center with Williams. And it'll be brought down shy of the 35, but that is good enough to move the sticks.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. A give, and here comes Williams. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, they'll use another timeout on this side of it at 1:55. Here's 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Williams. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down. Here's a handoff to Williams. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. The Patriots will turn it over to their field goal unit. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Patriots will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter. So it's a road win here for the Patriots. And it is a season sweep for them. They defeat their division rivals for the 2nd time this year.